Acolyte takes care of the voices. Not exactly a space saver, though.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch once again in my new boot camp series. Today we're going to be covering stash tabs. Now if you follow this channel, if you've ever been a part of my streams, my old single player stash tab, people would say I was a little OCD. I had a way of organizing everything and people always would ask me how you did that or how you set it up. And there is lots of awesome tools in Last Epoch around stash. So now that we have 090 out and I've played for one day, and by the way, my throat is like thrashed from streaming for almost 14 hours, we are going to design my new stash tab. And this is a one-time video, maybe a couple edits here and there, but once you make a tab, there's no going back. So we're going to do it right now. Now, this is my haul from day one as far as uniques and sets. Knowing that I was going to organize it, I literally just transferred them over like this. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to start with the topic. This first box up here always costs you nothing. This is just to organize. It is the bottom stashes that you have to pay gold to create. So what we're going to do is right click. You right click on it to bring up this. And the first one for me is always uniques. So my first one is uniques, and we're going to give it that nice brown unique glow, and we will give it a shield this time. All right, so now we have uniques up here. And then under, you also get to organize the tabs. So for here, I'm going to put, we'll start with, what do I use the most? Yeah, we'll use armor for the first one. Okay, use armor for the first one. Then we will go helms. Throw on a helmet. Then we will go boots. Throw on some boots. Then we will add another tab for 3,000 gold. Add tab. Okay. And here we will put on gloves. There we go. And then right here, we will put on, you know what? We can change this up a little bit. We'll put gloves and belts. Okay. Save us some space because we're not going to need a full tab for it. And we'll use this one for accessories. Throw on a ring. And then under boots, we will add in, you know what? I'm going to switch this up. Real time. It's okay. I'm going to make this boots and gloves. And then on here, we're going to put catalysts, and relics. I like that better. Like that better. Okay, so now we got armor, helmets, boots and gloves, catalysts and relics, and accessories. And then normally rings would be it, or belts would be in accessories, but I'm going to put belts with helmets. We'll do belts. We'll actually give it a, no, we'll leave it helmet. Helmet's cooler. Okay. So now, what am I missing? Weapons. Weapons. Purchase tab. So we are going to make one hand. No, I don't. Just put it one hand. Weapons. And then scroll over. I'm going to show you how to organize it. Stay with me. Okay. Then right here, we're going to do two-handed. And we don't want to use the same one. There we go. Okay. So now they are all up here. And this is just uniques I'm looking at. Now there is 3 lines, excuse me, there's 3 lines that a lot of people don't see. And it is right here. When you push on those 3 lines, it pops out your quick view. And this is how I always want to look at my stash. So then I can go to my armor, my helms and belts, my boots and gloves, my catalysts and relics, my accessories, my one-handed weapons, and my two-handed weapons. So everything I need is now in there. And the way that I'm going to organize this is I'm going to put it in order based upon level. I'm going to put it in order based upon level. So let's just take Oh, I also need to make sets. There's a whole bunch of stuff I'm gonna have to do. But let's take one-handed weapons. 1, 2, 3. That's a set. Two-handed. 1. Only found 4 one-handed weapons. 5. Okay. So then, this is 31. Would be 36. 51. For it. 63. And I always leave space because you want to keep 2 of each one-handed weapon, because in this game you have dual wielding. So now this tab for day 1 is set up, and then every time I find a one-handed weapon, I would add it in based upon the level requirement. These are mixed up. So this one's 31, this one's 36, this one's 51, this one's 63, and this one's 78. And then it's just like you're organizing DVDs or whatever it is back in the day. Every time you get a new one, everything shifts down. It was pretty crazy. Day 1, I got to level 75, and the only one, and the lowest one-handed weapon I found was 31. Like, not super good. So now I go back, and now I would snag all my two-handed weapons, which is 3. Pop out. Two-handed. Move them all in. Level 20. Level 20. Level 21. And level 81. Two-handed weapons, you don't need to keep 2. You only need to store 1. So now that is good. Come back. Armors can stay in here. We'll pull out gloves. We will go gloves, which has keys in it right now. Okay, so beekeepers, no level requirement. Gloves done. Now armors are sorted out. 5, 35, 54. Oh, one more. 5. Armors are now in order. This can go away. Now we can do gloves. Only 1 glove? Oh no, I already moved gloves. Missed one. 72. Now we got belts and accessories. And I just really didn't find that many uniques yesterday. That's okay. Now we'll go over to accessories. That is pretty easy. We'll go over to belts, which has idols in it right now. That is easy. And then I just slowly separate them. I mean, you kind of get the idea. Now on here, I'm still not done. So now I'm going to put in, well, actually, wait a second. I'm going to go to uniques. I'm going to add 1 more stash tab, 20,000. And this will be green. And it will be sets. And we'll make sets, not a key, chess pieces looking. Okay. So now we have sets. And then in here, I'm going to organize it by set. So I'll move them all around and make sure they're all in the right spots. Okay. Then you got all your different sets. Okay. And then for category 2, we're now moving on to category 2. I'm going to make it purple. And I'm going to make it a little square. And this will be salts. Confirm. So now I've got a second category right here. And by the way, if you ever want to organize these, so if I want one-handed weapons somewhere else, you can drag and drop them all around. So when you move them, it actually moves them in your quick view too. Okay. So now I want exalts. And in here, I'm going to put almost the exact same categories. Purchase tab. And then I'll probably put them in order the same way that I have the other ones. We'll do this. We'll just do weapons. One hand. Confirm. Purchase tab. I'm going to run out of money. We only played for 1 day. 2 hand. Okay. This is... And I'll even match them by pictures. So 1 hand has a sword, 2 hand has the little anvil, and I'll just go down the line and add them all back in. Armor. And you get the idea. And I'll slowly, as I build gold, go down. Now, a lot of people don't know this, that this game has a awesome search function as well. So if you actually have an unorganized stash and you don't know where the heck anything is, you can go to search and you can type in fire. Okay, enter. And then when you go through the tabs, it'll highlight. So see, it blacks out all the items that don't have fire and then keeps lit up all the ones that do have fire on the item. You can quickly go through, see my idols, and you could see all this. Okay. Search function, very important and helps when you are trying to min-max or find something on your stash. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there with exalts, but you get it. Exalts are going to be matched the exact same in the exact same order as I end up having uniques. Then I'm going to go to idols. Actually, idols should probably get that picture, but we'll just use this for now. You get teal. And then under idols, one for each class. So for now, we will start with Necro. And then I'll just make one more, because we're pretty much out of gold. Sent for Sentinel. And now we have our idols. Okay. Now, this is what I would do if I had the gold. All right. All uniques, all exalts to match the uniques, an idol slot for each class. Okay. And then I would do one more. Actually, I would do a tab for each mastery. I know that sounds crazy, but it would be Necro. And I would pick, what would be a good, I'd pick like a yellow. Necro. Lich. And again, these top ones cost nothing. Pally. Forge. And the picture. I mean, you get to pick your pick. You could pick your picture in any colors you want. All right, we'll do one more for now. And Beast. Beast gets a fire. Okay, so you get the idea. So now in this short amount of time, and obviously I'm recording, this is all, one take. Uniques are lined up with exalts, idols, they each have a spot, and then these special ones down here, I will keep, like, if I switch my Beastmaster build, I'll put it, like, each one of these will have one tab under it. I just don't have the gold to purchase the tabs right now. And under that tab, I will keep individual builds. So like, here's my Nutcracker build, here's Fire Necro, here's Lazy Necro, or if it's rare items that are only for that class. It's just like extra storage if it doesn't fit within these buckets. Or you could just keep rare items, because obviously on here you only have unique sets, exalts, and idols. So this is a place you could also store rare items that are like tier 20 that would be good for that class. Okay. And you could take this system and you could go buck wild with it. You could break down and say, okay, not only do I want exalts for all of these, I also want rares. Okay. So you've got all your uniques, then you've got all of your exalts, then you've got all of your rares, then you have your idols, and then you've got your classes, or however you want to do it. But that is how I set up my stashes. And again, I put each item in order based upon level. And then when I find a new one, I'll replace it with the one that is better rolled or has legendary potential. So really, really good system. It works really, really well. You go in there, at right there. All right, everyone, that's the video. Hopefully you enjoyed Aaron's boot camp on stash tabs, part of our 4-day extravaganza for streaming. We will be playing Last Epoch Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. the race that we are doing for Aaron's Will. The first leg of the race, the item has been found. Koji, who signed up number 26, did find the item pretty late in the night. It was about 13 or 14 hours after the game went live. So now we are all on the second tier of the race to see if we could find it with legendary potential. We gave away 4 copies of Last Epoch over the stream. It was a really good time. Check it out. All the socials are in the description. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.